Patriots Daily is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.
What's going on, everyone? It's Taylor Kyles here for CLNS Media. Demario Douglas had a solid start the last time the Patriots and the Dolphins faced off in Week 2, catching 2 passes in just the first quarter. Unfortunately, as many may remember, Demario ended up fumbling on his second catch and was benched for the rest of the game. But fast forward to last week, Demario Douglas had a career-high 54 receiving yards after coming back from concussion protocol. He was a key member of the offense and showed how dangerous he can be, not just with the ball in his hands, but also when working downfield. In this breakdown, I'm going to show you not only how Demario Douglas succeeded the last time he played the Dolphins, but also how Bill O'Brien was able to put him in position to succeed last week against the Bills, and how that might affect what we see this Sunday in the Patriots-Dolphins rematch.
All right, so first play we're going to look at, 2nd and 2, one of the Patriots' first offensive plays against the Dolphins. Going to let it run through real quick. Pop Douglas going in motion as he typically does. Counter action, but throw the bubble screen. Whoop! Make a guy miss. Get a good gain. More than you need on 2nd and 2. So, formation-wise, the Patriots are in a 3-by-1 formation with Hunter Henry as the only receiver to the bottom of the screen. Now, Xavier Howard is the cornerback to that side, meaning the Dolphins are most likely in zone coverage. Now, this creates a mismatch with Demario Douglas lined up against a linebacker. And the play, as I mentioned, is going to be a bubble screen off of orbit motion. So Demario Douglas is going to fake like he's going across the screen. Then he's actually going to go into the backfield and arch around so that you can get that bubble action with Kendrick Bourne and Devontae Parker blocking for him. Now, ideally, the way that this looks initially, Demario Douglas is just going to have to make a linebacker miss. Pretty simple. You got a safety at depth, and he's probably not going to be in a position to stop this on 2nd and 2. But what the Dolphins actually do is they actually blitz the linebacker, so it creates a situation where now the safety is the one who's responsible for tackling Demario Douglas. Again, playing from depth on 2nd and 2, he's probably not going to make the stop, but you're hoping that he can just make the tackle once he catches up to Demario Douglas coming downhill. Now we're going to play this motion again. Now you see the blitz, Demario getting the ball, go inside, beat the safety's angle, run past another defender, go by that one more time. Now this is the magic. It's Demario Douglas being able to make that first guy miss consistently and break angles with his burst and with his speed. Probably could have gotten an even better gain if Ramondre Stevenson can make this block, but he doesn't know where Demario is, so good play. Like I said, more than you need on 2nd and 2. Good game by Pop. All right, now we saw against the Bills, the Patriots using similar concepts to get Demario Douglas opportunities and space to make that first man miss, which isn't an attribute you see from most of the Patriots receivers. Kendrick Bourne has a bit of that, but no one has it quite like Pop. Now this is from the very first play the Patriots ran against the Bills. I'm going to let it run through first. Again, Pop in motion, jet. Make a guy miss, that's what he does. Then slide, avoid a big hit, smart. All right, so again, Patriots in their 3-by-1 formation, but this is more typical. It's a condensed look, but you got Hunter Henry lined up off the line, but attached to the formation with Demario Douglas as the outside most receiver to the 3 receivers side. Now, when you have most receivers to the weak side of the field, it usually means that someone's going to end up coming in motion because the Patriots aren't a team that use a ton of unbalanced looks, and especially when you see Demario Douglas with that much depth and being as far away from the bunch look as he is, you know he's probably going to be coming in motion. All right, so the play, once he comes in motion, it's going to look like a bubble screen, but what it actually is what's called a snag, where you can see at the top of the screen, Devontae Parker is running just a little curl route, which acts as a pick if the defender that travels with Demario Douglas decides that he wants to take more of a shallow path to the receiver. He's going to run into traffic, but what's going to happen here is you're actually going to see the defender that follows Demario Douglas bubble over, and that puts Pop in a good situation to make him miss. So we're going to see the motion, and you see Taron Johnson, slot defender, going across the formation with Demario Douglas, indicating that he's probably going to have to make him miss because the Bills are in a single high man coverage defense. Now, we're probably going to see this from the Dolphins if they decide to lean into more man concepts, assuming Jalen Ramsey and Nick Needham are able to return. So the Patriots are going to need some answers, and they're going to need a way to generate big plays. Now, once Demario Douglas goes across the field, you're also going to see the safeties rotate. So rather than having a safety down in the box who can maybe help tackle Demario Douglas, we're actually going to have that player become the deep safety with the safety to the boundary going down into the box, basically just going to waste him. Now we see throw quick. Demario. This is tough. With a guy with his speed, Taron Johnson's got to work over the bubble. Then he's got to try to break down in space. You see it there, but a tough position to be in. Demario acts like he's going to go outside, brings it back inside to make his man miss, cuts back inside once again to follow his blocks. And like I said, gets down. He's a smaller guy, so you'd like to see him avoid contact in situations like this where he's got multiple defenders about to collide on him. Nice play. All right, same game, 2nd and 10 in the third quarter. Gonna let this run through. Demario, similar formation, but this time he actually gets the ball. He's not just in motion, and that's what he can do when you're in chase mode against Pop Douglas. All right, so let's break this down. Patriots, under center, 3-by-1 formation. Now, this is where you're going to see a lot of their jet action, is when Mac Jones is under center. Again, you got most of the receivers to the weak side of the field, indicating Demario Douglas is probably going to end up going across the field. The Bills, once again, are in a man coverage defense pre-snap. That's what they want to make it seem like, but they're actually playing zone. But because they want to have their slot defender to the strength of the field, you're going to see him travel when Demario moves. Now, the Patriots are going to make this look like outside zone with the entire offensive line and Ramondre Stevenson going right. But as we saw, it's actually going to be a jet sweep to Demario Douglas. So you show him the action, and then some defenses, they may decide they don't respect it if you're not actually handing off on these kinds of plays. You have to respect it to some degree, but there's a different fear when there's a ball carrier who's explosive in space who can actually get the ball in these situations. And we're seeing the Patriots do a better job of exploiting those opportunities. So here, Demario, Taron Johnson, once again, traveling with him, because Demario's going into the strength of the formation. Now, pre-snap, this looks like man coverage, but we're going to see that, you see that corner to the bottom of the screen start to bail, so you know it's actually zone. And when Demario gets the ball, unlike last time where Taron Johnson was the one responsible for tackling him, here you're going to see Jalen Reagor actually go to crack block. So now Demario is responsible for making the outside corner miss, and the corner's in a tough position because he just bailed and is now trying to come downhill when Demario already has a head of steam. We're going to see how that plays out for him. Nice block by Reagor. Ooh, little move there. That's what Demario does. Defender thinks he's got a good angle. Little inside fake. Gets the defender to take that angle inside, and then, boop, nope, I'm making you miss, and I'm accelerating downfield. Another good play by Pop. He's feeling himself. You see that? He gets up like he's charging. I love that. Some energy from the young receiver.
The CLNS Media Network is powered by FanDuel. Sign up at FanDuel.com/Boston and get in on the action with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose.
So we're going to go back to the Dolphins game. Now, this is 3rd and 7. Patriots need a conversion. They're down a field goal. Nothing crazy, but they need to keep the drive alive. And there were examples we've seen throughout the season where not only do the Patriots put Demario Douglas in motion so that he can get a head start, so that he can be a distraction, just so that he can be an underneath playmaker, we also see it used as a way to get him open against man coverage. Now, this is going to be a great example that we saw a lot from Julian Edelman, guys like that, back in the Patriots' second dynasty era. So let's run this play. Pop motioning into a stack behind a tight end. It's an alert that he's probably going to have some kind of option route or something. Wide open. And yeah, we all know what happens there, so I'm not going to harp on it. It is what it is. We're moving on. All right. Now, again, 3-by-1 look, another bunch set, but now Mike Gesicki is the isolated guy to the bottom of the screen. The Dolphins initially show a too high defense, but as we're going to see, they're going to adjust once Demario Douglas comes in motion behind Gesicki. So we're going to see the stack, and the safety goes from a two-eye structure, and then towards the boundary, he's going to come down, and we're going to see some communication between him and Xavier Howard saying, hey, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to take the tight end, you take the receiver, so that we don't get any mismatch situations where Demario Douglas is running a route against a safety. That'd be a huge mismatch. But it's still going to be a mismatch because of the play. So this is going to be a high-low concept. Bill O'Brien loves these. And you're going to see Mike Gesicki run the high. So he's going to run a dig. And then behind that, you're going to see Demario Douglas capitalize on the free access he gets because of that stack alignment. And then break inside into tons of space. So you see he kind of stems behind Gesicki. So you don't know where exactly he's going to go. Am I going inside? Am I going outside? Howard doesn't know. Bursts inside, and you see Howard. Not only is he often asked to come downhill, but he also has Gesicki and the safety, I believe that's Sean Elliott, in his way. Now Demario gets the pass, makes Howard miss because he's in chase mode, and then learning moment from the rookie. You got to know that people might be chasing you from behind, got to protect the football, but it's been a while. I'm sure he's learned. All right, now we saw a very similar example of this in the Bills game on a play towards the end of the game when the Patriots are trying to come back, get the eventual game winner. It's going to be a really impressive play, both from Mac Jones and from Demario Douglas, on a similar concept to what we saw in that last Dolphins play. I'm going to run this. It's also fun because you're going to see some formation wrinkles, so let the play run. Demario actually in the backfield, motioning up behind Hunter Henry in another stack, breaking outside this time, and just a perfect throw from Mac Jones. Good catch from Demario. So, we're going to see, once again, I sound like a broken record, 3-by-1 formation. Hunter Henry is on the backside as the isolated receiver. Now, this time you can tell the Bills are in a zone coverage because you got a cornerback across from Hunter Henry, and the Patriots get kind of funky with their alignments to not only get some coverage indicators, but to possibly create some kind of confusion for the Bills, because you're going to see Demario Douglas in the backfield with Ramondre Stevenson as the slot receiver. So that's when alarm bells go off and you're saying something's funky. But this is how Bill O'Brien puts Demario Douglas in positions where he can get ideal matchups, because if this were man coverage, it's a possibility he ends up getting covered by a safety. But the Bills are well prepared for it. They're playing zone coverage. So we're going to see Demario motion into the stack like we saw last time, but instead of it being two in-breakers on a high-low, we're going to get a smash concept with two out-breaking routes. Now, Hunter Henry is going to run to the far pylon, and Demario Douglas is going to break underneath him on an out route right, or just shy of the goal line. So pretty straightforward. See Demario break. And then just a perfect pass from Mac Jones, because this is tough. Now, the defender actually plays this pretty well. See, he's got eyes on Douglas. It's not like he's fooled by Hunter Henry in his area. You see him start getting downhill. He's right on Demario's hip, but Mac Jones puts it far where, you see, he even gets his hand stretched out. This is a great throw from Mac Jones. Demario Douglas comes through with the catch. Tries to extend it across the goal line, but no such luck. And I think he drew a flag on this play. There it is. There's the flag. That's a good rep. Your rookie receiver and your quarterback, great connection, and your receiver draws a flag. It wasn't the last time either. Now, here we're going to transition into more of Demario Douglas's downfield presence. We saw what he could do underneath, the explosiveness, how Bill O'Brien puts him in positions to succeed with motion, shifts, alignment. Now we're going to see how Demario's not just a gadget guy. He's not just somebody that you feed the ball to because he can't really give you much downfield. We're going to see in the next couple of clips that Demario Douglas's route running also allows him to be successful on intermediate passes. So this is 3rd and 1, right outside of scoring territory. The Patriots are going to come out in a look where it seems like they're going to run. They're under center, little play action, but we're going to see they get a little tricky here, and I love the aggressiveness on 3rd and 1. Fake the run, Demario with a great route, makes an extending grab, and draws several flags, a little celebration at the end. So, unlike a lot of the other reps, instead of a 3x1, the Patriots are in a 2x2 alignment right here. And we're going to see that Demario and Devontae Parker are going to run a double dig concept where they're both going to go about well past the sticks, and they're going to break inside on the same route. But this is a great play to run against man coverage, especially single high, because it breaks right underneath that safety. And typically, that cornerback is going to have outside leverage because he's got help in the post. So we're going to see off the line of scrimmage, Demario Douglas, a little hop step so we can read the defender's leverage. You can see the defender's got outside leverage. So Demario is going to say, all right, I'm running in and breaking route. I'm just going to get right by you. Slips inside, stacks the corner, and then that head fake at the top. That's what draws the flag. It's that little boom. Pretend like you're going outside. Come back in. Teron Johnson yanks on him a little bit. Still isn't in position because Demario does a great job flattening this route. Extends to make the catch. There they are. 2 flags. More mojo from the rookie. We love to see it. Got a little something from Jalen Reagor too. They know that's first down. We're about to score. All right. 1st and 15 in the 4th quarter. Patriots up 6 points. Now here we're going to see something pretty familiar, a little Haas wide juke. I'm going to run it first so you can see. Another dime from Mack and another great catch from Demario. So here we're going to see the Patriots in an empty formation, Gesicki as the number 3, and Demario Douglas is the number 2 weak side. Now, according to Bill O'Brien, those are the playmaker spots where you want your guys who can either get open or make plays after the catch. Now, as I said, we're going to see Haas juke. Now, the trick with Haas juke is you got hitches outside. That's what the H-O in Haas comes from, but it can convert to a fade or go route if you see a cornerback in press coverage. Now, we're going to see to the bottom of the screen, we're going to get press coverage because that corner is going to be one-on-one, although the rest of the defense is going to be in a too-high zone. Because he's one-on-one in man coverage and pressed up, that's going to convert to a go route. On the bottom, you're going to see it turns into a hitch because that defender is going to play soft in zone coverage. Mike Gesicki is going to see he's walled off inside and break outside, but the keys here are the seam routes, stretching the defense vertically. You got Tyquan Thornton on the top slot is the number 2, and then Demario Douglas to the bottom. So we're going to see him get upfield, and once he gets past that defender, he starts to stem it inside so he can also beat the safety, because what essentially happens is since the defender to the bottom is in man coverage, that's going to pretty much create a bracket with Demario Douglas. So when you draw this up, Demario should be perfectly covered. But, see, the defender tries to carry him. Demario breaks inside, does a nice job using his hands to fight contact. And then Mac Jones puts it right on him over the defender's head, and Demario comes through with a great contested catch. Not only just the guy who's covering him making the tackle, but you also got a safety coming in late. Excellent catch. Tyquan Thornton saying first down.
There you have it, folks. Demario Pop Douglas growing into a real playmaker for this Patriots offense that desperately needed somebody like him to be able to bring a burst and kind of that spark plug energy to the offense. Obviously, Kendrick Bourne has done a great job as he's continued to be the front runner in the wide receiver room, but I'm expecting Demario Douglas to once again be a focal point for what the passing game does and be a contributor, possibly not just through the air, but also on the ground. Thanks for watching.
Ever wish you could navigate the betting field with the confidence of a pro? Enter Odds Are. They're not a sports book, but they're the sports betting advisor you've always needed. It's like having a playbook for smarter bets right in your pocket. I've been absolutely loving the experience, and I think you will too. Especially since Patriots Press Pass listeners get a 30-day free trial. Elevate your game day and join the smart betting revolution. Go get it at oddsr.com/presspass. That's oddsr.com/presspass.